So I went away in the Breaker Bag camper for the weekend. Let's get into this one. Hello, welcome to the channel. Hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell for future videos. So this video is all about pub stopovers and also about campsites that you're paying a lot of money for with really poor facilities. So let me just get into the first one. We wanted to go away for this bank holiday weekend, but we know we wouldn't stay until Monday. We had to be back for Sunday because we had to work. So one of the problems was getting in on campsites which were fully booked. We kind of, we appreciate that. We'd also know that the prices were going to be stupid because it's August and it's bank holiday. Okay, so we were prepared for that. So we're looking at pub stopovers. Now, I always thought that pub stopovers were more sort of £10-15 maybe you might pay, but then you could go into the pub and buy some food. Well, what we found was one particular one, which is a nice general area, lovely walks that we went on, but paying £25 for a field just outside the car park, not very well kept. The pub had just reopened. They doing bar food, but a nice friendly welcome. But it wasn't all that. So I'm kind of thinking £25 for no electricity, not really well kept areas, a bit grotty actually. And the facilities just weren't brilliant either. In fact, we had to dive into the pub just to, go to the loo because the facilities were actually pretty poor. Okay, we stayed there the night. That's fine. And it was just peeing down with rain all night, which, I quite like the sound of rain. But I say, the next day just rained. So we were supposed to go to another Sial site the next day near Bath. And, it was just peeing down with rain. So I actually emailed the guy and said, look, we're not going to go. We're not going to get there. We're just going to head back because, it was just peeing down with rain. What's the point in going to a soggy field, Anyway, so before we left, we thought, let's go and see the in-laws in Swindon. And we thought, well, actually, there's a nice campsite near Swindon, right in the forest. And we thought we'd go over there. So phoned them up and they said they had a space, and we kind of to and fro in and how wet it was going to be and would they be able to find a space for us. But it was £31 for a grass pitch without any electric and £41 with electric. And I thought, you know what? Let's just go £41 with the electric, right? I'd also tried to phone up Devises campsite, and they wanted something like, I can't remember, it's £35, maybe 30, just over £30 for the grass field, no electric. And also they wanted something like £55 or £57 for a fully serviced pitch. That's all they had. And crikey, one night, that's all I want, I'm not going to pay that. Anyway, so we went to this campsite on top of the hill, Poston Hill, I think it's called, near Savernake Forest. It's a beautiful, beautiful campsite, right? Absolutely lovely. You're right in the trees. You park up in nice grass areas and all that kind of stuff. You go through the trees, you go for a fantastic walk through Savernake Forest. You've got a footpath that takes you down the hill to Marlborough where you can do shopping and whatever. It's just a lovely, peaceful, tranquil area. However, the facilities are absolutely atrocious because you've got no showers. You've basically got a very small wash-up area outside. You've got just really old toilets there, an old toilet block. That's just an old wooden building or anything. It's like you went back to the 1960s. It was really bloody poor. So I'm thinking, right, £41 for a bit of electric pitch beneath the trees. Again, beautiful site. The facility is absolutely rubbish. So if you go online and look at reviews for that campsite, you probably read exactly the same. Beautiful site, fantastic Savernake Forest walks and everything, but facilities are terrible. So why is that? This used to be a camping and caravan site. Then it was handed back or sold back to the Forestry Commission. And you would think, you really need to do better here. You need to do better at producing sites that people want to go to, are happy to pay the price. And even if they're not happy to pay the price, they accept they will pay the price. But when they get there, the facilities are second to none or majorly revamped or whatever. It just didn't sit well with me at all that you're paying all these higher prices or you're paying prices for no facilities. Now, if let's say there's no electricity or it's a pub stopover, I would pay £10 just to park there the night. But, you know, you would go and, you know, go into the pub. You'd probably go into the pub and buy a couple of pints and maybe a bite to eat, as we did anyway. But we spent £25 and we went into the pub. The food wasn't that great. There's hardly anybody in the pub, and outside wasn't that great either. So you spent £40 or £50 just there that night. You think, well, what have we done here? You go to another site where you spend £40 or £50 with electricity, beautiful site, but the facilities should be a lot better for that kind of money. I don't know about you, and I haven't been doing this, you know, motorhome in a long time myself here, so this is just an impression. But prices just seem to be ridiculously high, and value for money seems to be out the window for a lot of these places. Now, I appreciate some of this is down to seasonal inflation as well. You know, summer holidays, people, you know, and they're going to rip you off. They're going to put higher prices in. But let's just say right in the middle of the winter, I wonder how many of these prices will come dramatically down, and what they're prepared to do for you just to go to those sites in the winter, the ones that do remain open. It'd be very interesting to see, because I say, you know, a lot of these CL sites are charging £20, £25 now and more just to go at a CL site. And you think, well, what services you got? And you go there and it's just at the back of the farmer's yard, which is fine in itself, but not £25 a night or £25 or £30 a night with electricity. Maybe 15, maybe £10, £15 a night, but not that much. Okay, you could go to other sites and you're paying £30, £40 a night and you got all the facilities that you need. They're nice and well maintained. So why are they able to do that for that price, but other sites want to charge you just as much or sometimes a lot more, and the facilities are not up to scratch? There seems to be a huge disparity in this country, not only in the prices, but also the facilities that they offer from campsite to campsite, even under the same organisation, even under the same banner. My son and his friends wanted to go camping this coming weekend. They were sort of ringing around loads of campsites to see, you know, if a few of the friends could just take one big tent. They've got a huge tent that they could take, and they wanted to charge them £350 for 2 nights. £350 for 2 nights with no electricity, nothing, no services, no food, nothing like that. It's just to pitch the tent. Now, for me, that is just 100% ripping people off. In fact, that's a disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. And another campsite they're talking about, because I've tried to book there before, and I've always thought they were totally silly expensive as well. But this is what happens. You're getting campsite owners who think, oh yeah, I'm going to charge even more. So if the argument is that the electricity is a lot more expensive to supply, so okay, if you're going to supply electricity and people take it, then you say, right, okay, we'll charge you a bit more for that. But if you're not going on an electric pitch, then it should be just really cheap. It should be, you know, £10, £15 per night. That's about it. It shouldn't be anything more than that. And anything more than that is just profiteering. And if they are going to charge a lot more than that, then they have to be enforced to provide really good facilities, squeaky clean facilities, modern facilities. They have to invest in that. Now, granted, some, let's say CL sites or some campsites really do pay attention. And you take your hat off to those because they make it like a really nice stay. You pay £25 or £30, whatever, and you think, even if it's CL site, if it's a normal campsite, you think, oh, it's a nice stay. We've gone to major campsites before, and they're terrible, all overgrown, and it's, you know, facilities all over the place. The pitches are completely uneven or rutted. You know, the facilities, you pay for a fully serviced pitch, and there's no facilities there as well. So you have some horror stories, and anybody can have horror stories. But the problem is there's such disparity. And you kind of want to say to these campsites, you know, you've just charged me £40 here, £50. What is it I've actually got? What is it I've actually got here? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But as I say, it was a nice time away. It was nice to get away in the camper. But yeah, facilities just not up to scratch, and not for the value. There's no value for money in terms of facilities, as far as I'm concerned, at some of these campsites. And some, where they do have the facilities, they're making you pay a lot of money. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for future videos. And I'll catch you again. Bye now. bye.